Putting on your manufacturing hat for a moment.
Thank you.
Productivity. It's going terribly, and it's actually got worse since you, as in Labor, came to power. In a 30-second summary, what's happening here? Why is productivity so bad?
Well, productivity, whether it's Labor productivity or multi-factor productivity in Australia, has fallen off a cliff since 2012. I understand Angus Taylor was on your show or a little bit earlier talking about productivity. I mean, it's a sort of shameless performance. A decade of the worst productivity performance in Australia over 60 years was the, Abbott, Turnbull, Morrison governments, going down and down and down. A lecture about productivity from these guys. I mean, really, we say as a government, yes, productivity is a big challenge. It is always the defining economic challenge. In the long run, that's how you lift wages, that's how you grow the economy, that's how you build opportunity. And the government is working through that in a way where instead of being about pushing some people down and trying to lift others up and dividing Australians like the previous government did, we want to see Australian institutions, workers, business, trade unions, civil society, government at all levels working together to lift productivity. But honestly, getting a lecture from Angus Taylor about productivity is pretty extraordinary.
His point was the last year it's gone from slow growth to actually going backwards, which is true. But let me ask you this, just finally and briefly. It might sound like a silly question, because we keep having technology advancements which should help productivity. Is the tech we've got in the last 10 years almost hurting us? I mean, it strikes me that we're all distracted by our phones, amongst other things. Has tech become a distraction rather than a gain?
Well, technology adoption in Australia, of course, and around the world, has been extraordinary. What we haven't seen is as high levels of business investment in capital, firms' investment that we need to see. And so some of our reforms, the National Reconstruction Fund, what we're doing in the energy sector and electricity sector more broadly with Rewiring the Nation, this is government co-investing with business in new plant, new equipment, new technology that's designed to drive the jobs of the future and, of course, to lift Australian productivity. So it's a shared approach. It's targeted. It's targeted at that work. But of course, Tom, you and I are not the only ones who are distracted by our phones from time to time.